I recently watched a movie called Musica. It was about a man who was able to see sound. When he heard something, his brain would help him transform the world around him into something that looked like the rhythm he was hearing. For example, as he heard people walking up and down the subway stairs, the stairs would look like piano keys. He could suddenly compose a song with the steps he heard. This is a psychological phenomenon called synesthesia. It means being able to experience one sense through another sense. It's an involuntary response in the brain when one sense triggers another. For example, someone with synesthesia might be able to taste polka dots whenever they see them. Not only was I extremely fascinated by this, but I started to wonder if I would want to experience synesthesia. I instantly thought it would be really cool to taste music or hear colors, but then I realized there was a lot I wouldn't want to have sensory crossover with. Our senses dictate how we approach and interact with life. What if every time you saw an act of kindness, your body felt cold? Or if every time you heard someone laugh, you smelled gasoline? Our current series is called Reckless Love, and we have been walking through the book in the prophet of Hosea, found in the Old Testament of the Bible. Hosea was asked by God to marry a prostitute named Gomer to represent the people of Israel and how their repeated unfaithfulness wounded him, yet he did not take away his love for them. The idea of sensory crossover made me think about what Gomer might have been going through when she saw that she was loved. Although she probably didn't experience synesthesia, her past was affecting her ability to accept the love Hosea and God were trying to give her. It was as if feeling love was like tasting bitterness. It just didn't make sense to her. God's love can do that sometimes. It can be surprising and scary. Despite the fact that we'll always have a past and we'll never have our lives together, God's love is still there for us. He's just waiting for us to accept it. This week, reflect on how you're experiencing God's love. How are you accepting his offer to step into a relationship with him? Or are you letting something else stand in the way?